Hello and welcome to Starr Mazer TV. I'm your director, Don Thacker, and this is Ryan Ike. He's some dude I know. What do you do, Ryan?
I do music and sound for games and
Yeah,
stuff.
have you done a game anybody may have ever heard of, ever?
I did this game, I did most of the music for this game called Gunpoint.
Nice.
Along with John Robert Matz and Francisco Cerda, one of which is also one of the many composers.
John Robert Matz, by the way. That's John Robert Matz we're talking about,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Who did a bunch of music for a project that we just finished for Amigos Films. It's pretty neat.
God, that thing looks so cool.
It does.
I want that so bad.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So, we are here today to hang out with you guys, because you guys love hanging out. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've recently spiked on Kickstarter. We made $7,000 yesterday,
feels good.
and we're trucking towards $7,500 today. That's incredible. We're going to put together another milestone. I'm not sure what it is. We'll announce it in tonight's update. We're going to put down a milestone for the end of Sunday. I think it's going to be something crazy, like if we get to a 140 by the end of Sunday. Hear me out. I haven't posted this. It's exclusive. Starr Mazer TV exclusive. I think we're going to try to get audio cassette tapes.
Don't even play with me right
For
now. That would be incredible.
every single album that we're gonna make, which is now 4 albums, right? We've got the Alex Marr album.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the guest composer album. That's a whole album.
Yeah.
Because there's fucking 25 of you.
Because you're insane and you
Rah,
have
it's
25
great.
people on this thing.
Then we're gonna do the remix album,
Right.
Which you guys don't know this. We have 25 artists. We had 75 really famous, awesome people trying to do music for us. We had to decline people. That's insanity. We had to decline people that I've wanted to work with my entire life.
Yeah.
So we're like, no, we can't have you on the soundtrack proper. What we can do is rope you in for a remix. So we're going to have a remix album. And this isn't even, I don't know if you know this, but we smashed a Themix album milestone last week. We got to $100,000. We were at like 80.
Oh, I
We
got
got to
those confused. I thought the remix and the Themix were
No, the
same
Themix.
thing.
So that album that's a remix of our theme, a Themix album.
Uh-huh.
That's 4 albums. So what we're gonna do is, oh my God, I'm too loud for the mic. Are you fixing things? Are things fixed? I'm saying a whole bunch of information. We're all good. Cool. So that's 4 cassettes, probably more than 4 cassettes because there's a lot of music.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to do cassette releases. I think I'm gonna. Don't hold me to this right now. Let's clarify in the actual update tonight once I get the numbers worked out. But I think it's gonna be something like if we hit $140 by the end of Sunday.
Yeah. Which is, you guys are.
We might do that
we're so
naturally
thankful
right
how
now.
much- yeah,
like
we could do that.
just because
from
of the
this
support.
couch.
Yeah. But if we hit I think it's $140. It might be more. Might be more. Just depending how today goes. Yesterday was insanity.
Yeah.
Because you guys are kicking all the asses. It might be more. If it is more, then I'll change it. But there's going to be a milestone for this Sunday that gets us all tapes. I wanted to do the tapes, and I knew the tapes were at 110 last time, and we only made 1, but 1 was our milestone, so that's fine. So we've been looking into the tapes thing, so tapes. How about tapes? Tapes good?
That's going to be really cool. I thought you were going to auction off like a date with me, which nobody wants that, number 1. And number 2, I mean, my wife would have been fine with it.
That's a secret stretch goal.
Yeah, that's if
We
we
have.
hit like
That's if we hit.
500,000.
Yeah, we have to get past the console stretch goals on to 5.
I'm really big
500,000.
into gastropubs and bumper cars, usually in the same
Gastro
evening.
bumper pub cars.
Yeah.
Good. Cool.
So that's kind of my thing.
This episode of Starr Mazer TV brought to you by XGen Studios, makers of Super Motherload, a PlayStation 4 launch title. XGen Studios,
cool, too.
the choice of the right generation. Anyway, back to what we were doing. It actually was not technically brought to you. I was driven here by
He
Sky
was
Boys,
physically
the actual
brought here.
head of XGen Studios. So I was brought here by Sky Boys. So that's cool. Who's actually standing off camera?
He's
right
literally
now.
right there.
He's like 4 feet away. Oh, he's popping in. He's popping in. Sky Boys,
There's a
everybody.
hand.
That's a
There it
hand.
is.
Sky Boys' hand. That's the head of XGen
That
Studios.
belongs to an indie dev. we
Yeah,
promise.
and another indie dev. So what we do, indie devs, is we get together and talk about indie dev stuff because that's all we want to do really for life. So we mostly hang out with indie dev people and have good times. That's how I can get cool guests like, well, I mean, cool guests like Akash the Car coming on Friday.
And
I
then
don't know.
coolish.
I
I
got that guy. How did we
mean,
meet?
B-. Well, you were just telling me this long-winded story about how...
I didn't tell you any long-winded anything. I am not long-winded at all. Let's not bring that shit up.
Let me tell you something. Do you know how many people have asked me personally if you are on drugs? So many.
And what have you told them?
I've told them all that you're just incredibly enthusiastic and excited about the thing you're making, and they go, "That's awesome! I love that he's so into it." But at first they're like, "Is Is he on? And
I've never had a drug in my life.
I know.
I've never had alcohol. I've never had.
That's what I tell them. You're totally clean. It's just I've had, including other developers, it's like, this guy's awesome. Is he on drugs or something? Like,
no drugs. None drugs. Zero drugs.
He's just so stoked about this thing. They're like, that's crazy.
My drug is excitement. I never stopped being 9, man.
Yeah.
I'll make a game.
It's perfect. That's how it should be done.
Yeah.
So we met at Indiecade last year, possibly. Because you were just telling me we maybe met at Indiecade the year before when I was speaking to someone else.
He doesn't remember me. He was busy talking to some important person who wasn't making Starr Mazer at the time, so he didn't really matter. So he forgot. He forgot me entirely. I knew him as this awesome music guy, and that's who he was introduced to me to. I guess I was introduced to him as, I don't know, some guy on drugs or some shit. But he'd forgotten completely. So we met.
So I'm the worst.
So
you met me 2 Indiecades ago. I met you 1 Indiecade.
I'd like to point this out. I met him again this last Indiecade about 4 minutes from the time in which I hired John Robert Matz on the spot to do work on Long Rider. And I must tell you, you missed it. You missed an opportunity. Maybe if you'd remembered me, I never would have. Like, just think of it. It's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
If we had talked, if you Don, and you talked, and you waylaid me, John Robert would never have shown me the
a dandelion rustles in China, and then you hired John Robert Matz instead of me.
Yeah.
Because of wind currents and Manifest Destiny and shit.
But it's okay. You told me that you have too many jobs right now anyway, and you wouldn't want to work with me because you don't like me as a human.
I said those words specifically. Yes. I wrote it down on a napkin and slid it to you across the table. Take a look. No, so we met, and then you showed me the trailer that you guys have now all seen a new kind of recut of many times, I'm sure, of Starr Mazer. Showed it to me on his phone when it was still none of this Kickstarter stuff was happening yet. This was, last October. And he showed me this, and he's like, you gotta check this out. This is something I've always wanted to make. This is part of a movie that I actually made, and this was just playing on a screen in the background. I'm like, okay, cool. And I flipped my shits. Like, I lost my mind about it. I think I tried to take your phone. I was like, that's a man. I started sliding your phone into my pocket, and you were like, So, I lost my mind about it, and rightfully so, okay? Because this game is incredible.
We were done with letting people in. We had 20. We cut it off. No more musicians.
And then I ruined it.
He sent me a Facebook message, which was like, man, fucking, I need to be in this. Is that what happened, or did I?
I sent you a message just saying, I think before, quite a while ago, saying hey, if you need help with that, let me know.
Right.
I know you got Alex and everything, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes. He's amazing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, if there's room for me, I'd love to help. Otherwise, just let me know what I can do to.
I think I might have pinged you about us doing artists, but I remember there being a thing where you were like, no, I want to be part of this, and we'd already done a cutoff, and I was like, it's 25 though. It's 25. It's not 20. It's 25. And I went to Alex, and Alex is like, 20 is too many. And I was like, no, it's not. The fans demand entertainment. We're going to do it. So we just changed the scope a little bit. And we didn't change the scope of the core of the game. But, there's this conversation going on Twitter.
That's much more diplomatic.
Just before I left to go have lunch with Sky, there was a conversation on Twitter, a really interesting conversation about our crossover scheme, right? That's not a scheme. Our crossover scenario.
I like scheme, but
scheme
sounds like we're trying to trick people out of something when really we're just implementing more amazing entertainment into this thing.
So here's the trick. I made a world on purpose. I made the Holloway Exeter space station in between 3 spatial anomalies that can allow for time rifting and gravity lensing and all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Specifically so Brick M. Stone would never run out of stories to have.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
If you have a game that's meant to be a man and woman lost in the woods. Now with Shovel Knight, that doesn't those things don't work.
Right, but because of this rift that you've created, all this stuff works. And how great is this for the fan fiction community? I mean, if you want Brick Stonewood and Shovel Knight to just get it on, nasty, you have to jump through all these narrative hoops. It's a whole thing. Now it's just check it. There's a rift.
And you could even be it's a mirror world brick. So you don't even have to break canon. You could just be.
There's a rift, and Shovel Knight just kind of sticks his dick
right
into
through it. Yeah.
He doesn't even need to enter fully. It's just
it could be a deal where
interdimensional glory hole and. And
so
you made that.
Brick is doing another character. We're just fanficking. We're ficking right now. We're ficking. So Brick is doing another character, but because of the dimensional rifting ability, Shovel Knight can actually use the interdimensional glory hole to be Brick's dick. Right? He can. So I just the universe is it's crazy. It's impossible.
If we haven't already hit that 140.
Yeah. The show director has stepped in. She's grunted at us. We should not be saying the interdimensional glory hole scenario.
I've made a grievous error.
Yeah. So here's the goal. Wait, hold on. I want to say this before I continue. I was at a fucking talk with this guy. Oh my god, this is insanity. His suggestion, not a suggestion that he would necessarily do, but he was on a panel about making music for games, and he suggested that it's good when you're doing music to sometimes get out to take a break and beat a bum to death in an alley or something. That's what you said. It's on video. You can see it on YouTube. You said those exact words.
I did not say to death.
You.
And wildly out of context. What I said was, it's really important as a creative professional when you get in that blockage space and you just can't think of anything more and you're really struggling to get out, go for a walk, go to the mall, do something mundane. And if for you that is finding a transient and just giving them a beating, if that's what kind of just clears your brain out, then I like going for a walk. Okay? I go to the park. I take my dog, around Juanita Beach.
This episode of Starr Mazer TV brought to you by in no way suggesting anyone should be a transient.
I had to say that at PAX South too. PAX South does not condone
what is going
beating
on?
up homeless people. Starr Mazer and Imagos do not
condone that.
Okay? I do not condone it. I'm just saying when you're a creative professional, you have to do what you have to do to get your brain right.
So this conversation online is about whether or not we've we're I think some very famous person said it was funny. We just announced a crossover, and he's like, all these crossovers in games, and I was like, man, look, it serves the narrative. We have it. It's all stitched in. It totally makes sense. And he was like, oh, I wasn't talking specifically about Star. No. We're doing an Aegis Defenders crossover. All these crossovers in games, blah blah blah, and then immediately all the responses are, but Shovel Knight, but the Shovel Knight crossover with Starr Mazer looks good and all this other stuff. So it got to this moment where effectively I was saying, bro, it works in our story really well, and I just kind of wanted to get that out there. We're not being capricious with this. It takes a lot to get an actual crossover.
I don't know what that word means.
Oh. So, I'm gonna let you sit on that.
Can you dumb it down for me
I'll do it. A little bit. We are making no lascivious claims. It takes. I said this yesterday, and I hate to keep repeating myself. It takes a lot to actually get a functional cross. There's IP that you have to worry about. You have to worry about who owns what and how
licensing and
all this stuff. So it takes a long time to make this stuff actually a thing.
Yeah.
And we did so not lightly. We did so everything we chose. We did so with can this work in our universe? Will it serve the greater story? Will it help Brick discover what it is to be a hero? That's an important thing. Aegis Defenders is a great example. If you look at our image with Brick and Clue and Bart from Aegis Defenders, they're asleep. Clue is asleep. Bart takes care of Clue in Aegis Defenders. That's a deal. Clue is asleep. Bart's kind of half asleep, keeping his eye on Brick.
Yeah.
And Brick is sitting there with his hand on his knee and his hand on his gun. There's a story there, you know what I mean? That we can work these guys out. Yeah.
It's thematically appropriate.
It's totally thematically appropriate.
Do you guys remember when Spawn was shoehorned into Soul Calibur 2? This is going to be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Because it won't be awful and offensive to everyone involved.
and totally non-canon and not even visually accurate.
Also, it won't involve Spawn in any... We're not doing a Spawn crossover, are we?
No Spawn crossover has been announced. That's
that
Fridays.
That's right.
Another thing, some clarity. We are not doing a crossover with Pokemon. I'm sorry. We did a joke where we showed a T-shirt and it was like which prize is it?
Knew this was going to happen to as soon as I saw that.
The joke was that it's obviously a T-shirt, and we were referencing. Yeah, we were referencing the Pikachu joke, the meme, but immediately everyone's
But you fucked up because you forgot what fan base you were tapping into by doing that.
All of a sudden, Pokemon, we are not, unfortunately, licensed to do it. And also, just to prove our earlier point, it's not thematically appropriate with Starr Mazer to actually do that. How is Shovel Knight thematically? Shovel Knight's a hero. Shovel Knight's also an old game, right? And Brick Stonewood might enjoy old games, and Brick Stonewood might like to know. You might be looking at sources as to what it might be to be a hero, and Shovel Knight is a great example of a hero.
Yeah.
We have how we're gonna. I wish I could just leak it. I leak everything every day. I don't want to leak this. How we're gonna integrate those two stories it's really incredible. And Shovel Knight plays an ancillary role in a part of a story, but it's powerful and it's thematically appropriate. I keep saying that.
Right.
We got all kinds of questions. Kazuo's not reading any of them. He's tweeting or something. He hasn't been doing any toasties. You guys got a toasty Kazuo up, man.
There's one.
Yeah.
There's a toaster.
Toasty! Thank you, Fuzzy Ski.
Oh man.
Oh, Fuzzy's getting the toasties right off the
It looks
bat.
so great from this. I've never seen it from this side.
You've only
of the camera
seen the-
before.
yeah.
Yeah, the magic is real.
You get to see his butt every time.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's a
incredible.
real treat.
It's a nice butt.
He's a
It's a Colorado
choice
butt.
butt.
Yeah.
But no, there hasn't been any major questions.
No major questions. Okay.
So you're not crossing over with Pokemon the television series.
No.
But we're definitely not crossing over with Pokemon the video game series.
Neither.
What about What about, like, you can buy those plushes?
Bye, Sky. Come say goodbye to the camera at least. Just say goodbye. The Sky Boys, everybody from Next Gen. Bye, Sky. Thank you very much.
Super Mother
He's driving to
PS4.
LA.
It's
If you guys
awesome.
are between here and LA and you see him on the road, give him a thumbs up. Give him an horchata. Order him a pizza.
Give him
It'll
a
be
double
great.
thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Play with your life.
Pull your dick out.
Yeah.
Stick your ass out the window. It's fine. Yeah. Sky does not want to see your dick, he said. Sky, thanks for lunch.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
See you guys.
We'll talk later.
See, man. Viewer, Kaz is wearing pants of a sort.
Kind of.
I mean, what are chaps? I wouldn't say chaps.
Yeah, because
look
those chaps aren't pants. They like go on over pants sometimes.
Yeah,
So
they're proto pants.
yeah,
Yeah.
exo pants. Exo pants. Fuzzy keeps making funny jokes. I'd like to point out that Fuzzy will be here tomorrow, Friday the 13th
That's gonna be so
episode.
cool.
Fuzzy and Akash
Him
are
and
going to be
Akash.
here.
A
Yeah.
stage light is gonna fall and kill all
Kill
of you.
all of us. I
And
will
it's gonna happen live
on Starr Mazer TV.
I mean, so people really need to tune in for that.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Where did Vanessa go?
I don't know, but
Oh,
it
she's
means
over there.
So does this mean we can go back to the
Vanessa's
glory hole
working.
thing?
We can
If
probably
she's
talk
not.
about glory holes if Vanessa's not paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, no, it's cool. So tell me your opinion, Ryan, of our Kickstarter campaign as is. We've got obviously super great loyal fans. Oh wait, I have to point something out. Husky keeps pointing out that will Dickman refer to rifts as interdimensional glory holes? Yes. I think we're gonna have to say it. It might be hard to get him to say it because I don't want it to be on the nose. But okay, so on our first episode of Starr Mazer TV, Dickman Made of Dicks was canonized. We were talking about like
Episode 1.
Episode 1.
Way to
We're-
reign in a dynasty, you guys.
Yeah. We were talking about how Starr Mazer TV could affect the actual growth and development of the game. And I said something like, now that doesn't mean if you guys suggest like Dickman Made of Dicks, we're going to put him in the game. And then immediately everything turned into like we're revoking our pledges unless Dickman Made of Dicks is in the game. So I've been beaten into submission by our fan base to make Dickman's Full of Dicks a character in the game. Hey Kazu, can you do me a favor?
Yo.
Can you pop another one of those chat things on the other side of the screen so that
Yeah.
Ryan can see one and I can see one? Right now I'm looking at a camera, which is really cool because it makes
Yeah.
me going everybody. Ezrian, hello!
Hi.
Welcome!
Somebody is asking me if I'm going to be working on Tom Francis's next game. He's the developer of Gunpoint.
Got it.
Amazing human being. His new game is called Heat Signature, and I am not on it because he did the same amazing thing he did with Gunpoint, which was a kind of audition process where here's a trailer, everybody write music, and he's super duper fair. He could have given me preferential treatment because I was on his first game, and he didn't. And frankly, the fact that he worked that way with Gunpoint is why I ended up on that game. There were way more famous people than me. I was a nobody. I'm still a nobody, but I was a nobody that... Oh my god. Everything I've dreamed. I'm sorry. I have to stop the story because I haven't seen one of these since like 1994.
Yeah.
At the height of the extreme 90s. I wish I brought a hat so I could flip
Every
it.
guest
I'm just
gets
gonna
a
flip my
Surge.
head
You get one.
backwards. I get one, so I
yeah.
just savor it.
This episode of Starr Mazer TV brought to you by Surge, the choice of the right generation.
So yes, he did an audition process. He ended up picking some other people, but he's an amazing human being. He wrote me this super nice apologetic email that he did not need to do because he's really great and I totally respect him and I can't wait for that game. Another game we can't wait for. This one.
Starr Mazer.
Segue.
I love it. So we got some questions another question for Ryan. Cool. Fair enough, says the Army of None. What else is up on your docket then, Ryan? This is where you don't get to talk about anything but Starr Mazer. Do you see what's perfect? It's actually Surge.
It really
It's
is
legit Surge.
So I don't know how to answer your question because I am on a I'm on a show. that you may notice is dedicated to a certain bit of interactive software that I'm very excited about. How do I handle this?
Just say the truth. We're open here, man. We're transparent.
Because here's the thing: none of these other games are up for finance yet. So you should laundry money.
Don't talk about any other Kickstarters.
Yeah, I don't have any of that going on. So I'm part of an ensemble cast of composers who's going to be on Frog Fractions 2, and don't ask me what that is because it's how do you answer a question like that? I don't know what Frog Fractions 2 is yet. It could be me, it could be you. It could have already come out and we all missed it, and we're on Frog Fractions 3, so it's hard to define. I'm on a horror FPS, like stealth parkour, like madness game called.
You say a horror parkour game?
Yes, it's an 80s horror styled multiplayer competitive game called Red Awakening, and you jump off walls, you stab each other in the neck. Everything is like super John Carpenter influence. It's really cool. I get to use all these analog synths and stuff.
Cool.
One of the weapons is called the Potasinator, which is a banana that's been dipped in liquid nitrogen, and then you squeeze the peel, and the frozen banana shoots out and hits you in the heart.
I love it.
So rad. So I'm working on that. I won't bore you guys with the whole list, but I was just telling Don before this started that I'm a big stupid idiot, and I signed on for. I'm currently working on 8 or 9 games, and
that's not even words, man. I'm having a hard time with the one. What are you fucking doing? Why are you doing this?
I'm again, aforementioned stupidity. I was like, well, what are the chances they'll all want something from me at once? Really high. Yeah, actually, when you sign on to do work for a game, they want that. When you said I'll make music for you, they're like, okay, well, you're gonna have to make it
at some point.
And that was the part.
Music has to actually happen.
Right, that was the part I didn't anticipate.
Yeah.
So, in all seriousness, I couldn't be more excited about getting to work on so many amazing things, including, hopefully, Starr Mazer, which as I mentioned before, I almost stole Don's phone. When he showed me the trailer, I was like, this is mine now. I have to take this. My planet needs me.
The Army of None says, wow, prolific. Thanks for the response. Also, confirmation that Starr Mazer is Frog Fractions 2.
Yes.
So, Fuzzy points out, how fucking awesome is it that Keiji Yamagishi is going to work with you?
Fucking awesome is right.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even deal with it.
But how? Quantify the awesome. Fuzzy needs an answer now. Our people need to know.
How awesome is it?
How actually quantifiably awesome is it?
How many stars are there in the sky? Like, how many grains of sand are there on a beach? Some third poetic thing that would make that a complete series. I haven't been sleeping very well at night, literally because I'm rolling around in bed, like going, everything's going so great for me. So,
Eclipse Husky says, also, Don, if you want things to leak, I'm writing up all my possible module ideas for sending off later. Here's a trick, Eclipse Husky. I am leaking none of the backer-related content, backer-generated content. That is sacred to me. That's you guys. I can leak some stuff about other stuff. That's fine. If we're going to do a t-shirt design and we hire a guy and it looks great, I'll leak some of that, sure. I am going to leak 0 of your content. Not because I don't want it, but because I want it to have the reverence that it deserves. You guys are making this game. I mean, it's because of you that we're able to make... I'm making the game. The team is making the game. But I can't make the game without my team. My team can't make the game without me. None of us can make the game without you guys.
Right.
And the game is going to live off of you guys. So thank you so much. And I'm not going to leak any of that. It's sacred stuff for me. That's like giving away a Surge. It happens. You have to be a guest on my show to get one.
I'm so flattered. I kind of want to see if I can... Is Surge in any way like sourdough, where you know how you have like a mother load and then you continually use that when you bake a loaf and then you take a piece off? Can I water this down indefinitely and just keep the magic going?
We have enough of it. We have a
That's going to be gross.
The actual fridge entirely full.
Also, I'm uncomfortable with how many times the word leak is being used on this. Just that word creeps me out.
Leak?
Yes. It's
like... You had a moist problem recently. Apparently moist bothers people?
And it doesn't bother me. I just think of brownies. I'm like, great.
Moist sounds great.
Moist is a positive
I think of vaginas.
But still, in the category of positive things.
Would that creep us out? I don't think that's supposed to creep us out.
No. Yeah,
I'm not 9 anymore. I'm not trying to figure out what goes on down there.
I dare our viewers to name one thing in the chat window that is moist and negative.
Yeah.
Can't be done.
Can't be done.
Please don't. Please don't do it.
Fuzzy says, if I buy balloons and string, can we make a string to pull and a bunch of balloons? Yes. Yes, we have to. Somebody has to spend time filling the balloons. We can totally do that though.
Somebody needs to. Can we just pull a string and release a bunch of deflated?
It just plops. Like we can yell at who didn't do the work. Somebody we missed a step.
Forgot to fill the
Yeah,
just like
balloons.
like freak out.
The Army of Men said it's a moist leak coming from Don. I think that's actually the thing that they could have said. A moist leak coming from me.
No, that's it.
Cheese Pizza says moist pizza, but I can just imagine pizza with lots of sauce, which I actually like. I normally get extra sauce.
Yeah.
Rafa says, hey, Cheese Pizza. We say, hey, Cheese Pizza as well. As always, Cheese Pizza only exists if pizza shows up. So I'm not saying we should get pizza, but hey, pizza.
And to people who think that Vanessa and Cheese Pizza have any relation, because you've never seen them in the same room, I mean, me and Barack Obama have never been in the same room before. Does that mean I'm the president? Probably, but not for sure. So I think you guys should just like chill out on all like the crazy wild speculation. Because
seriously. Agreed.
They behave so differently.
Yeah.
One of them's human, one of them is an edible triangular food stuff.
Yeah.
Beloved by nations.
Do you like cats? I don't know if you like cats.
I love cats.
This is
cats
Bitwise.
typically what's
Bitwise.
Bitwise.
Your name is
That's really
spelled
cute.
1/0.
Cats typically don't love me.
Really?
Also,
Why?
I don't know.
Huh.
It's just one of those things they can sense, like the darkness inside. I was telling Vanessa, if I drew a pie chart of all my interactions with cats, like the biggest chunk would be have tried to slice my eyes out of my head. But I love them. I do little to provoke it.
Folios?
That's interesting.
I don't know what letter the 7 is representing. I'm interested in making music for games. How might I get into game audio?
Oh man, I love that question. So
answer the question.
I will do my best. So me and Jacob Purnell, who's also one of the myriad composers on the project, and our buddy Aegis Defenders, who's the sound designer for Hyperlight Drifter.
Can you say Thacker? That's what he does. When he says it out loud, he's I'm Aegis Thacker. He wouldn't tell us how to pronounce it, but he says in public, Aegis Thacker. And my last name's Thacker, so I want to have the division.
My white guilt makes me not want to make it as ethnic, but that's just his name.
The dude is
That's
ethnic.
just his name. Right.
I mean,
so anyway, the three of
his
us.
actual name is Thacker.
The three of us, if you go on my SoundCloud profile or what have you, I can find you and send you a link later. We did a PAX panel on just that subject, how to get into it, what equipment you need.
We'll post a link to that.
I'm not trying to be like, go look at a thing that I did, but
you should. It's
a very difficult question to answer.
Is that the one where
concisely.
is this the one from PAX South?
It's the one from PAX South. We also have one similar from PAX Prime, but it lets you know everything from the equipment you need to where to meet people, how to get into games, how to get paid, all the kind of Game Audio 101 stuff. And I would encourage you to give that a listen, and then feel free to email me any questions you have directly after the show.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to put up my email or something?
No, we can put up whatever you want.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm more than happy. That's just a
Kazuo is going to... Wait, we have your Twitter.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, tweet at me too.
But
like, it's
Kazuo
difficult
is gonna
question to answer
remember
concisely, but...
that we're going to put links to stuff.
If you're passionate about game audio, you can do it, and it just is a pain in the dick because this field... It's not like you ever go anywhere and turn in a resume. Right? Like, you get drunk with somebody and wake up in a ditch, and then they're like, by the way, I'm a game developer, and it's like, oh, sweet.
So I was promoting Sports Ball at Indiecade.
God, I love Sports Ball.
Sports Ball is so good. I was promoting Sports Ball at Indiecade. I was running around outside yelling at people to come do a tournament. And
yelling is your primary mode of communication, I would say.
So I ran into, I think it was Akesh.
Mm-hmm.
And
he pronounces it Akesh.
He does not.
He doesn't.
He doesn't do that at all.
He doesn't. He pronounces
I
it like
know him
two
as
ways,
well.
and that's
we
neither
hang out
of
as
them.
well. And then, what if he has a different pronunciation? The reason at the table
He just
when
tells
was
white
pinned-
people it's one thing.
No,
but really
I got a
it's-
theory now. Check it out. We had like 8 people at that table, and he went on that rant. We met. We all hung out at PAX South. He went on a rant. He'll be here tomorrow. We can ask him directly. You should do this. But he went on a rant about how there is no one way to pronounce it. But what if for the 8 people at the table, 7 people at the table, it's 7 different pronunciations, and then when called on it, he's just like, oh no,
Oh no. I accept. I
it's
answered any
fine.
of those 7.
All of them are fine. You guys are just, you don't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what he
That's
does.
the
If
thing.
you ever meet Akesh Thacker from Hyperlight Drifter,
Akesh Thacker.
amazing sound designer,
Yeah.
just say his name however the fuck you want, because he'll be like, no, I answered that.
Robert Wilson.
Yeah. Damian
Robert
Kaspbauer.
Robert
Just say it. And
Angel
he'll be like,
Christ
oh, yeah, that's
Wilson.
me.
That's great. Do it.
He's too polite to correct you, and he will let you say it wrong.
Yeah.
For weeks at a time.
All the way.
He doesn't give a shit.
I actually watched the video to make sure I was right of the PAC South panel you guys did. He says, Akash Thacker.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the trick. I was introduced to Akash Thacker because Zach Aikman, who was on Starr Mazer TV a short time ago, introduced us saying that we had the same last name. We're last name brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my last name's Thacker. His name is Thacker. They're spelled completely differently, but that tells me that Zach was under the impression that his last name was Thacker.
Yeah, and it's not. It's
lies. He's full of lies. You'll see tomorrow.
Which composer? That's an excellent question. Which
2DX says. 2DX is Austin Montville, by the way, the
course it
developer
is,
of Sports Ball and the lead developer on some other game. Some shitty game.
Yeah.
Dumbgame.tv.
That's it. That's the one.
Butt game.
Ball sports.
Ball sports. Ball dicks. No,
Yeah.
Starr Mazer. He's a game developer on Starr Mazer. So, answer his question.
He would like to know what, because as you guys know, the game audio community is very much like inner city basketball. There's a lot of beef every day. I currently am feuding with Phil Collins, and let's just say he knows what he did.
Oh, wait,
Is he here tonight?
we're doing
if
the pause.
if he's in these I'm sorry, if he's in these comments, like I can feel him. I can feel
Might
his
be.
like beady eyes on
Can
him.
you feel it coming in the
I
air
can
tonight?
feel- I can, and I don't like it. I will fight him live on camera if we hit 150 by the end of the
By the end of today.
By the end of today.
If we hit $150,000 on the Kickstarter campaign by the end of today, Ryan Ike will get into a physical fist fight, actual physical human fisticuffs with Phil fucking Collins.
It's gonna
happen live on camera.
Yeah, I play dirty. I like to put thumbtacks or broken bits of bottle like between my.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. You're not
I
supposed to
actually
wrap
do the
it.
rap. I do the
Yeah,
rap.
yeah. Because I mean, you have to.
Then you go to the beeswax, the hot beeswax.
Yeah.
And then you roll that shit in sand
Mhm.
and in glass pieces.
Yeah.
That's when you're ready.
Because he's not gonna take any mercy. So why
No,
should I?
he's gonna go hard in the paint.
What the fuck do I do if Phil? What if he's really into like Kickstarter funding?
So our show director is having issues, I think. Is it because we just made a promise to fight Phil Collins on Starr Mazer TV?
Is that what it is?
Is that what we're doing wrong?
Can you definitively say that's what it is?
If you don't know, I don't know that I can help you.
Okay.
Is
this a record for how many times the show director is at? How many times has she had to come in?
She got to come in like 15 more times before we
Because
start.
I would love to see whatever the ceiling
Let's
on that
do
is.
it.
I want to push.
Let's
through
do it. So you have to unequivocally say that we are not going to fight Phil
We are
Collins?
not. I'm being told that we are not going to fight.
Phil Collins.
We are though. We will. We will.
Oh,
We'll do it.
We
we'll do
would
it,
rather not give out suggestions on how to dirty fight, if possible.
Yeah.
The
So-
beeswax was particularly interesting.
So I can't talk about interdimensional like sex. I can't talk about street fighting. Like what?
You can't talk about beating up hobos.
What the fuck else is there? There's nothing
I
left.
know.
I didn't realize this was gonna be like a North Korean interview. Like there's so many things on the like.
Oh
do
my
not-
god!
do not-
Do not bring in North Korea! Oh my god, I'm sorry, North Korea!
She's back.
Oh my
She's
god!
back.
Fuzzy says, I don't have Phil Collins here, but Quincy Jones is eyeballing you with a mean look in his eyes. That's good.
Yeah, I would not fight Quincy Jones because he would absolutely stomp me.
Right.
Have you seen that guy? I'd be toast.
Alex Maurer is chiming in with a wow, which is mostly, if you remember from our dinner, that's what Alex
That's
chimes in
usually
with
what he
normally.
says.
It's more like a wow,
Yeah.
or like a, that's because Don's dumb. I guess.
he
Out of
puts-
nowhere comes just the bomb.
He puts the stinger on
Yeah,
it.
always.
If our conversations are a giant orchestral composition,
Yeah.
Alex comes in with the trombone at the end and goes. Brrr.
Yeah, he's always the spike. He's never the setup.
Yeah.
He's always the home run. He's never
Yeah.
the pitch.
He's very reserved in that way.
Modern Nosferatu wants to know what the cat is eyeballing off camera. This one right here? Because I think she's just being bonkers. I don't think she's eyeballing anything in
nothing
particular.
there.
There's nothing over there.
It's well-known fact that cats can see ghosts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume it's some sort of
Some kind of
paranormal
ghost.
entity. But there's, that's actually pretty creepy. There's nothing over there.
No, it is a ghost.
If I get mauled, this seems like a very sweet cat.
She's not going to maul you.
You say that. Again, you haven't been there.
Look
You know
at
how
she's showing her nice
So
big
cute.
fat belly. Look at the fat belly on this cat.
I just want the viewers to know how many times someone has said, your cat loves everybody. And
I mean, we got one that'll fuck you up. We have a little gray one that'll just fuck you right the fuck up.
I petted that one too. How close did I come to getting my
It
joke?
depends. She does this thing where she goes, oh yeah, pet me because I seriously need to murder you, and to murder you I need to get close to your neck.
That's
she
what
does
it
this
is.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this loving cat. She's the best.
People do want to know if your apartment's haunted, and that is a very serious concern.
The Starr Mazer TV studio is in fact haunted.
Yeah.
This episode of Starr Mazer TV brought to you by Fuzzy Kitten Bellies and Haunted Apartments, the choice of the best generation. Look at this fuzzy belly. I'm gonna give up on the show. I just love on this cat for the next 3 hours.
Can we auction off strokes on this fuzzy belly? Because man,
you
if I know the internet, like I don't
This
know
is
the internet.
look at this little. She's the greatest. Look at this beautiful white, perfect purry belly. Oh.
See, I can't imagine. She's so cute. I can't imagine her attacking me. But do you know how many times I've met a cat that I couldn't imagine? I couldn't picture it. Like this would never happen. And
You forget that cats are like genetically engineered killing machines.
They are hunters of.
Like everything they've got in them is made to murder
Yeah.
everything. Like that's it.
Yeah.
They're not made for any. They sleep 19 hours a day so they can spend 2 hours murdering.
Yeah.
They need all the energy they can to fucking kill.
If you make a genetic like on paper chart of their DNA, it just shows like a skull and crossbones.
It's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not even a helix anymore. It's just like that's the edge of the bone.
I guess what I want is some sort of confirmation that if she goes for my eyeballs,
You have glasses. It's fine.
you think that, but like these have failed to protect me before.
I'm not gonna sign shit. Signing nothing.
And no one's gonna do anything to stop it. It's just gonna happen live on screen.
Correct.
Okay.
That's gold. That's production value.
I don't bring a
Normally
lot
I have
to
to
the
pay
table.
like special effects for that. I don't need to do that.
I don't bring a lot to the table. So if that helps Starr Mazer in any way, I will make that sacrifice.
Good.
My vision is like 22 billion as it is, so I'm not really using these things. Drove here illegally. It's fine.
I've got what they refer to as 2010.
That.
I'm effectively Superman. I can.
God damn it!
I can see your
in
dick
both
right now.
eyes. Too.
Both eyes.
I can-
Just, it's the best. I don't even know what that means. He's like, you have 2010.
Isn't that like better than perfect? That's
Yeah.
not fair.
No, it's the thing
There's
where,
a
like-
show called 2020 that's a retrospective news program for elderly people, and it's called that because that's perfect vision. You don't get to have.
I read the bottom, the little MXXIII thing.
I can only read the E, and I read the E because it's always fucking
It's
E.
always the top.
So I'm just like, I got this. After that first line, I'm in serious danger zone. But yeah, it's.
Metatronaut says, I submitted a themix thingy. Can I post it to SoundCloud, or is there a rule against that? So here's the trick, Metatronaut. We're trying to market a thing a little bit, and there's this thing called variable purity, which means. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm sorry. No.
You make music for a living. What the fuck are you saying?
Say variable purity again.
Variable purity. What's
Okay.
that? I don't get it.
It's fine. I'm just not very educated on variable purity, and so it sounds like cult language. to me.
Oh, yes. No, the gag is, if you put it out there, people won't listen to it in regard to the contest that you're part of, and thus won't be able to like vote for you in the contest and all that other stuff. So, because they'll just listen to it and be like, oh, that's cool, and move on. So what we would like is, if you hold off on posting it to SoundCloud until after it's in the contest, then the only way people to hear it will be able to hear it will be on our contest.
Yeah.
A pure experience,
We
as it
would
were.
super appreciate that, just because it kind of coalesces where
Right.
people are looking.
And 50% of that is us wanting people to listen to us directly, because we want to fund this game and we want you to be part of that. And number two, we want your themix to be in the environment it was meant to be in, which is in an environment with other themixes, so that people can judge it based on its merit and not just because like they know you would like your SoundCloud, if that makes sense.
I just
So-
heard a themix that came in like before you arrived, and it was really cool. I wonder if it was his.
Did you? Were we playing one?
It was his.
It was.
Oh,
his.
that's awesome.
not on
Okay,
the playlist,
I
but
we
heard
played
the
it.
one that you submitted just a few minutes ago.
Can we do an
and I was, like,
exclusive?
grooving.
I want to do an
hardcore.
exclusive thing. Can we pop up the themix we got from that one guy?
You mean
Just
Ben
into a
Burns?
window? No, not this guy. Not Metatronaut. Let's do an exclusive for Metatronaut at some point. But I want to do the one that we just. No, not that guy.
Keep saying that
the one
guy
you
till he
sent me this
figures out what
morning.
guy.
From the Edinburgh Game Symposium loser guy.
Oh
okay.
yeah. His song is
The nerd guy.
So good.
Can we show the video? Can you pop the video window? We can do that like right here. Let's do a video window right here somewhere. Like right, I think right around, like between Ryan and I. And we do the thing, Ryan, where we like lean back and like
Yeah.
laugh at it. What? This
I
is
forgot to bring my
lame.
monocle, but
Yeah, but like right here, if we can put it like right here, I'd appreciate it. That's not it. No, we need the video, like the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
You're
pulling
just
it
in a
up now.
browser window.
this is what I think it is, viewers. It's worth this brief technical wait
Cool.
because
The
it's
show
rad.
the show director just informed me that we just
Del Gato.
Bah!
Ah!
You can hear us, right? Everything's working.
Yeah, we're sorry. A transformer outside our window just got struck by lightning.
Yeah, it was in the snow too, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Lightning in the snow is
What in
odd.
Seattle? That'd be crazy.
Yeah. So, we're gonna do a thing, guys.
Give me a second to pull it up. Keep going.
He's gonna. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna-
need
he's
to.
gonna
I
pull
need to
this thing.
fill. I need to fill time. I made a thing up and had a guy who's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to be able to
Yeah,
do
you did
this.
all this build up and then nothing.
Now it's nothing. Now we failed.
Are you working on like a novel or something?
I actually am. I'm working on a Decalogue. It's 10 novels. The world of Starr Mazer takes place within it.
I can't tell if you're serious.
I'm being dead
I
serious.
want that to be real so
No,
bad.
it's
so
real.
don't play with me.
All of my media, all of my games and films, all take place in the same universe, and the Decalogue covers 1,000,000 years in that
What
universe.
the fuck? I literally just made up that novel thing, like, it tucked away in a drawer somewhere, and you're like, I am. It's a Decalogue.
It is a Decalogue.
Suck it.
Suck it.
That's amazing.
I've had something posted in Orson Scott Card's Intergalactic Medicine Show, which is part of the a short story from the Decalogue.
What?
Yeah, bro.
That's okay.
Well, I'm
There's
sorry.
your filler.
Wait, hold on. It's not published yet. It was submitted by request to Orson Scott Card's Intergalactic Medicine Show. I don't know if it's been published yet. I haven't really.
You
kept
haven't
up with
checked?
It.
Like,
No.
why would I?
No, it's not. Why would I? I'm making movies and games, man. Like, the writing thing is kind of it supports it.
I'm sorry.
A little bit.
That just made it sound like writing is just something. That
No. I mean,
Another amazing thing that I just shit out
stop.
while
I'm actually writing a AAA title right now and another PS4 title as designer and writer. That's kind of like how I look. Just so you guys know, if you look at our cost breakdown, there's nowhere on our cost like the pie chart that says game director gets X% of the money.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not going to. You guys are supporting my dream. I'm not taking your money to pay me for my dream. That's ridiculous. I'll pay the artists to help make the dream. I'll pay this guy for some music to throw in there. I'll pay the artist. I'm not going to pay myself out of that. I have to make my own money for that. So to do that, I'm working my ass off writing stuff. So in the hours between...
That's amazing. I
Yeah,
actually did
that's
not know
good.
that. I wouldn't have blamed, I don't blame a game director if they are like, look, I need
Are we
money
gone?
to eat food.
No, see, like.
Well, I'm making this, but that's
What's
that's
happening
crazy.
right now? You just wiggled the monitor or the screen. I don't know if we're still online.
Yeah,
Let's
the
just keep
internet's not
talking.
working at all. Like, Google. I lost internet too on my laptop.
Okay.
So I don't know if are we still going?
Oh, yeah, see, my internet's gone.
Can you go reset the router in there?
Yeah.
That's weird. We've never had that before.
Sorry,
That'd be
guys.
off.
That's cool.
Sorry.
And I just had a really cool thing about how I'm not getting paid.
That-
which I
yeah.
didn't want to say. But I'm saying it anyway.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah, I'm writing X-Gen. That's I was this guy. I'm writing X-Gen's next PS4 title.
Oh, cool.
I'm the lead designer and writer at Upsilon Circuit.
So don't give me shit about I have 8 projects going
I
on.
didn't
Like
give you
whatever.
shit. I didn't give you any kind of shit.
No, I just mean like I don't know how you're doing it. That's incredible. That's awesome.
It's hard. It's very hard.
And you sleep like 2 hours a night, so that's
I
probably.
don't. I don't.
You don't.
I want.
You wish it was.
I had a moment like 3 days ago, right there, between the cat food and the
Writhing
breakfast
around
bar.
on the ground.
I fell on I just dropped to the floor and cried for like an hour. I don't know why.
I can't even.
There wasn't a reason. I wasn't thinking to myself like, oh, I'm sad. No, it's just like something inside just went like.
Yeah.
And I just like felt.
I can't even blame you because like. Just doing this, just doing Starr Mazer and doing what it takes to get this publicized and continually, even right now, like doing a Twitch stream like once a week.
We're doing it once a day.
That's what I mean. Once a week would be a lot of work. You're doing it every day.
Yeah.
And then gonna do a 24-hour one.
People
at
give
the
us
end,
a bunch of money. I'm not gonna just like.
But this is what I mean: is people have given a bunch of money and received less. And still been happy with it, so it's amazing what you guys are doing. That
I don't want to like look at the lowest common denominator and say, I can do that.
That's all I'm saying. That's what's so cool, and that's part of why I think you get people. I'm just gonna keep talking as if we're on the air.
I think we're recording, so that's
Yes,
fine.
recording is still going on.
Okay.
So don't say anything ridiculously bad.
Yeah, gotcha. But no, like it's true. It's one of those things. I think that's part of why people get so excited about this game is because you're so excited, and because a lot of it is
Right.
you guys
Should
treat
back
people
up
really well.
momentarily.
Like, you told me when I signed on, like, this is one of the few things, and we tell composers and artistic people all the time, like, don't work for free, get something, because what you do is valuable. This is one of the few things that if I'd been offered it, I may have offered to do it for free just because I think this is so cool. There are exceptions in terms of if you really think something is amazing, you don't care about getting anything, including exposure out of it, you just want to make it. That's an exception, and you refused. You were like, no, fuck you, I'm paying you.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. Like, in a world of, I'm not going to name any names, but just in a world of where creative people are constantly being asked to make stuff for free, as like, oh, send us a demo, or send us, whatever, like,
Rely.
in a world where that happens constantly, it was so refreshing to have you be like, I refuse. You're offering to do this for nothing, and I won't. So
Yeah, no, if
so
you're doing
great.
art for us, there's no way you're not going to get paid for
So
it.
we are definitely live and going still, so I just wanted to apologize
What
to our
happened?
viewers. We had a problem with the internet going out, which is pretty unusual for this apartment. We're
Yeah.
super plugged in, so we just had to reset,
Business.
and I
So we're good,
apologize
wow.
to everybody out there. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
Thank you for
Yeah.
letting us know.
So we continued. We're taping the show, so we continued. You guys can see what we're talking about, but effectively, we were talking about how I don't know when you guys went
You
live.
don't get paid.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for Starr Mazer. I'm doing writing outside of Starr Mazer, and I'm doing some filmy stuff to kind of to pay myself. I don't believe that if you guys are giving us money, you should pay me for my dreams. I'm gonna put a lot of work into it. Obviously, it's my dream. But all the artists that I've got hired, they definitely need to get paid for their work. But if you look at our pie chart, there's nowhere on that pie chart that says game director or designer. We have design and development kind of grouped together, but that's mostly Austin. So yeah, that's a real thing. That's not like I'm not like
No, it's
like
not a sob
hard
story.
string
You're
sob
just,
story.
you're
No,
just
I-
making it clear, like,
Yeah.
which is again is incredible because I don't think it would be asking a lot for some developers, to be like, I'm making this passion project, but I need some money to eat food and live while I make it, because hopefully you like it too. I think that's reasonable. You're going yet several steps above that and being like, this is the thing I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Why should you pay me? And
Right.
I'm not looking down on developers who ask for some money.
No,
to
no,
make their
I'm not
dream.
doing that either. It's my
That's
personal
what-
thing.
yeah.
I definitely I'm in a good position where I have a film company that does film stuff. I've got some game writing stuff, the AAA writing and others that I got that can make sure that my rent's nearly paid. Like that's a thing I can do. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. It looks like Metatronaut says I've been losing internet for the last 4 months. Got a new Predator's dicks. I get that.
Yeah.
Wow, Twitch censors the word Comcast. That's funny. That was
It
slick.
is. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It is a vulgarity, so I understand.
Yeah, cool. Leia's theme is currently my ringtone. Fuzzy, that's great. Leia's theme is from Motivational Growth.
Oh wow,
That's the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. So sorry that we went out for there a second, guys. We were surely live, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to show you a thing. This is actually from Jacob Purnell. Submitted. It'll go up in a Themix update soon, but you guys get to see it here for the first time live on Starr Mazer TV. Is the audio going to go through and everything? It's going to be great.
Well,
Look, it's right here. It's right here. Oh, it's moving and changing. It's shifting.
It's really sharp.
it's
I don't know
right
if you guys. How do cameras work?
Here.
There we go.
That's right.
My stupid
yeah.
bit wasn't working because I don't have spatial
There we go.
awareness.
Yeah. No.
There we go.
Aha. Here we go. It's playing right now.
yeah,
It's so
it's
good.
really choppy.
Is it super choppy? Is it because video dicks or internet dicks? You have to drop it at 240 is fine, I guess. So guys, we're gonna check out a thing, see if it works.
Jacob's dancing is less about seeing it, more about feeling it anyway.
Yeah.
So even in low res,
I'm gonna turn the volume
you
up.
guys are gonna get it right.
So keep your eye on Jacob during this. He does some pretty impressive shit during this ridiculous stream thing. He is right here. Right, he's right there-ish, yeah.
Awesome, man.
Right,
If you ever go overboard on this thing in like the best way.
yeah, he's right there. You should watch this guy. He has the Jacob cam, which is incredible. He's got all his addy shit at the top of it, so if you watch this video anywhere, you'll definitely go to him and not us, which is shitty. Just kidding. That's great. This is an exclusive leak. We're leaking moistly.
We're moist
Wait,
leaking.
here it comes. We're going for a break. It looks like the break's coming. Keep your eyes on the Jacob, because he's incredible. I like he kind of rocking out a little. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it
here we
is.
go.
Glasses.
Look at the Gunners.
Yeah, that's good. So I assume you've heard this before.
I have, because he moist leaked it to me before he moist leaked it moistly to you.
Right.
And I was because it's so good. You really went above and beyond.
Fuzzy wants full screen. We're not gonna go full screen, Fuzzy. This is a show about us. we're gonna push some
Fuzzy,
some updates.
your
soon.
days tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Shut
all
up.
about-
Shit. David. Nah, I'm just kidding. By the way, we're gonna have an horchata break here in 7 minutes. We're gonna drink some horchata, provided by Fuzzy. He provided us 10 gallons of horchata.
That can't possibly be
It's
true.
true. Actually, no. Yeah, 10 gallons, which is
Just the concentrate. So you're mixing with your
We have 160 ounces of concentrate, which equals 10 gallons, full gallons of horchata.
It's not enough, but that's cool.
We have to say
That's a lot.
horchata. Horchata.
You gotta feel it here. You gotta feel it here.
Yeah, you'll feel it though. Just right.
Yeah.
So the next break is the best. We just head down. Have you seen the video?
I know this is a worldwide reveal for my
Moist
face.
leak.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Here it comes. This is the break. His head gonna go. Yeah, I think this is it. Watch his head. This is the best. Right here, guys. This is great.
God damn it, Jacob.
Yeah! He should be flying a jet, like a fighter jet. He did the class.
Yeah. He did this all in one sitting too.
That's the best.
That's why they call him One Take Jacob.
Did they call him one take take?
One Take Jake. Yeah. But in the context of that nickname, it's the only way that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a leak. I hope you guys like it.
This is so good.
Talk through it. That's okay. That's the point.
Jacob Purnell, of course, is another of the massive roster of composers who will.
He's
be
gonna
on
give us
the
a
game.
heart. He's gonna give us a heart.
There it is.
Now he did something right there that
Bring
I
it
want to
home.
discuss once we close the window. Check this out. He did a thing, guys, that I find offensive. He did this. I find this offensive.
You find the storied history of rock and roll offensive.
Hold on. That's exactly the problem.
What?
This has nothing to do with the story. What does this represent, do you imagine?
A bull, like horns.
Sure. No, not at
Are
all.
you from Texas?
So
Is
you
that
don't
why
actually know the storied history of rock and roll, do you?
I don't.
This actually
I
means
can't
nothing.
say.
You know what means something?
What means something?
That. You know why? Ronnie James fucking Dio. Ronnie James Dio's grandmother used to do this to ward curses. And so on stage, Ronnie James Dio invented this. It's throwing. Throwing, not showing. You can always tell a fucking faker. When a motherfucker throws, he's fucking rock. When he shows, oh yeah, bro, I'm a rocker, bro. I can rock, bro. They don't know what they're talking. This is just some bullshit. They saw some guy do this one time incorrectly.
To be fair, I've
Throw.
heard Jacob
Fucking
say all
throw.
that verbatim.
Bro, the bra thing?
Yeah, all that shit.
I was doing an impression.
You were doing an impression of him.
He sounds exactly like
he
that.
sounds. You guys haven't heard him because that video was
silent. He didn't.
silent.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah.
If you hear a guy in the street one day when you're walking around Seattle, like, "Oh, I'm a rocker, bro. Oh, I'm so into the scene, bro." That's Jacob.
That's him.
That's Jacob Purnell.
He could be a Hispanic lady saying those things. That's Jacob Purnell. You just know. He wears many masks.
Notice how
Has
I'm
many
going to
names.
deflect that I also did this wrong, away from me.
See, look
And
at
on to Jacob,
horns
who's
up.
not here.
And there's not even horns though. Is the thing. It's a ward. It's Ronnie James Dio's grandmother's ward. Look at this. You know what's funny about this?
I've
This is
seen
all
the
available
Breakfast Club
information.
so many times, and I know that you're not supposed to mess with the bull.
That's a different. That's a different thing, though.
But
That's a completely different.
that's exact warding away curses. You'll get the horns because nobody understands these kids because they came from broken homes, but they're all brought together
It's great.
in detention.
The Breakfast Club as life.
Yeah. So it's not some. I guess it's not. It's to ward away the devil. It's sort of like how the swastika used to be a good symbol.
Yeah.
Now
I mean, it's still, if you go to India, man, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with
And
it.
it's the opposite. This was supposed to be an emblem of Satan. In fact, it wards Satan and his minions away.
It does.
We're learning so much here.
Mike Croddick, welcome to Starr Mazer TV. This
Hi there.
episode of Starr Mazer TV brought to you by appropriately throwing the horns, the choice of the right generation.
What generation is that? Ronnie James Dio's generation?
So look, Darth Reaper says it's very old, sometimes called the evil eye. It's a good thing, man. Or the sign of the eye.
He's dropping some history on us right now. I like that.
That's legit.
Our fans
I didn't
are
make this up.
incredibly
I went to Wikipedia this one time.
You got so passionate about it that I believe you, but
It's the weirdest thing because once you get it, once you realize that this is like nobody knowing anything about rock would do this. Then you see the guy in like the leather with like the mohawk going like this, yeah, and you realize that he's just
You're
faking.
a sham.
He's a
You're
total
a hollow
sham.
paper mache
He's a
man,
mess.
and there's
He's a
nothing
fake.
inside of you.
It's like if you gave away fake keys to your game, and anytime somebody would use the key, it would be like it'd have the pirate version on the bottom, and then the guy posted it to YouTube. You know he stole the game.
You
It
know,
just says pirate. on it.
yeah.
He just this is a sign
is like
of not knowing. It's
a
basically
stamped game key. That
this to
says
me
pirate.
doing this, not this. This is legit. Fucking throw it. But this right here, this is effectively just shitting down your own leg in public. It's
exactly like that.
Socially carries the same amount of weight. You do the yeah, bro. No. Watch. Go to Facebook and find me. My pictures. I'm always tongue out, fucking throwing. It's fine. I'm cool with that.
Do you?
I'm a big metalhead. I listen to Sabaton. I listen to Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Man, I listen to Lizzie Borden. Oh, I love Lizzie Borden. I'm
How
a
do you feel
huge
about
metal
Mastodon?
fan. Mastodon is the best.
Okay,
Mastodon's amazing.
then we're cool.
Is it a joke? Are you kidding?
I don't know. I know some very passionate people who are like, fuck Mastodon.
Mastodon's cool. I said the best, but I meant that in that sort of like hyperbolic sort of like the best. But Mastodon's cool,
All
man.
the greats.
They're good.
I'm just picturing right now that somewhere in this studio there's a room that you've plastered with newspaper, and it's just pictures of people incorrectly doing this, and their faces, like their eyes are scratched out, and just in red spray paint everywhere.
It's got
it
like
says horns out, like
it's got Raven's blood spattered all over it.
The walls, the ceiling, like the whole deal. Like,
Alex Marr says, "Okay, guys, this better be in Starr Mazer, or else you're stuck on a tangent." So Alex is pointing out that
keeping us honest.
Yeah, it'll be a shmup gun. Throw the horns.
That is not a bad idea.
Fuzzy says, "I support the horns being thrown in Starr Mazer." Yeah, it's good. Blast the faker. Yeah, exactly. These the Seeker FN is right. Or a temporary enhancement.
Yeah.
Horn throw. Or I could just have
like
some
all
guy
these
in a band. Like remember in Space Quest they had the band, the Cantina style band.
Mm.
If what he throws, he shows the horns. Throw it on show. Throw it on show.
I would
Throw
love
is
it.
doing, show is showing. It's bullshit.
And it's sort of like you're warding yourself.
what is this? What is
which
bullshit?
is bullshit.
I don't know.
I would love it if, and now we can't do this because I'm going to say it out loud, but in the point and click parts of the game, if somebody is going to betray you later, like they're secretly like an asshole.
You can always
if
like,
they
"What's
do
up, bro?"
this at some point though,
Yeah.
then that's the player's tip early, like that they can like prepare
It's
for
a
it.
hint.
Yeah.
Anybody
If
who
you
shows
see
is a bad
anybody
character.
pixelated throw one of these bad boys up,
Yeah, it's wrong.
fuck that.
Yeah. Did you notice that it's slash? I'm sorry, it's backslash M Solidus, which is also the forward slash, as people call it. There's just a slash. I would like to correct that actually. Don't fucking say forward slash.
That's
please.
what Solidus is?
A Solidus.
As a huge Metal Gear Solid 2 fan, my mind is blown right
It's
now.
this. It's a
'Cause
slash.
Solidus Snake just means forward slash snake.
Just means slash snake. You just did it. Here's the problem. There's no such thing as a forward slash.
It's a slash that tilts forward.
Are you alive, Ryan, or are you just Ryan?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It is 5 o'clock.
It's
on-
horchata
It's horchata time. Does Kazuo not
And
get
it
to enjoy
could-
the
Oh,
horchata?
sorry. He's
It
getting
couldn't have
closer.
come sooner because that was going to get dark.
Yeah.
That was gonna get rowdy.
It was going to a non-Starr Mazer
There's
place.
horchata. Here, come sit in the middle, Kazuo. Let's enjoy
welcome.
horchata together.
Horchata.
Horchata. By the way, I'm not doing any particular regional accent when I say that. I'm just pronouncing
He's
horchata.
not trying to offend anybody. That's just how his spirit.
I have a
tells him to
love of
say.
horchata. And this is actually, I'm kind of lying. Don't drink yet. Don't drink yet. You're failing. We're supposed to do this together.
I've never done this before.
No, but we're gonna do it all together.
I'm horchata.
I saw that.
Horchata.
We're gonna do it. Kazchata. I used to actually. I hung out with a friend of mine for a long period of time who was actually from Mexico. His parents. I'm from Detroit. His parents were in there doing auto industry stuff. I used to hang out all the time, and that's how it was pronounced. Is horchata.
Really?
So I loved it. And
That's-
how I lived. So we're gonna have some horchata. This is thank you Fuzzy for the horchata.
Thank you, Fuzzy.
Thank you. Thank you
we're not gonna
so
clink.
much. 10 gallons.
Are we gonna clink
What
glasses?
was the point
Or
of
just
pausing otherwise?
Why'd you make me wait?
Yeah,
Or
I don't
and they're in
get
turtle
it.
cups, which is amazing.
Do we all have a different turtles?
We'll have
Oh my god.
Burger King TMNT.
Burger King TMNT cups.
cups.
Here we go, guys. Ready? Horchata.
Horchata.
If I was gonna be one of the Ninja Turtles, Donatello for sure.
Yes.
Because I do machines. You know?
Right.
That's kind of my thing.
I
interact with machines on a daily basis.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Donatello as well. The current version of Donatello has a space between his front teeth, which I have.
Yeah.
I do machines as well.
Yeah.
But
We're all Donatellos.
By the way, the current version of TMNT is incredible.
It's really good.
Is it?
It's really good.
so
Anything with
good.
Michael Bay's name on it, I just kind of assume.
No, not the movie.
No, not the movie.
The 2012
cartoon.
to now.
The Nickelodeon.
Oh, the new
cartoon.
run. That's
It is.
oh.
It is. I'm gonna
So
say this
good.
on live Starr Mazer television, and I was a giant Turtles fan.
Yeah.
It is better than the original series.
That can't possibly
You know
be
why?
true.
You know why? It's exactly why Starr Mazer is going to be better than Point and Click Adventures We Remember. It's made by people who grew up with it. It's made by other fucking 35-year-olds
And
who
now
know
using modern sensibilities to make the thing they love even better.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's exactly right. It hits
That's
me
great.
perfectly. It hits every note.
And
the
see-
Mausers and everything's in it.
That's
Everything's
so
in
great.
it, but better.
And that's what I think is so, I'm going to steer this ship back towards Starr Mazer, which is
Thank you.
normally I'm the one driving us far into the reaches of space. Is that's part of what I think excites me about this game so much is that, one of the criticisms I've seen a little bit, and amidst the sea of people being excited about it, is that, well, it's just going to be another point and click or it's going to be another shmup. Like,
No.
first of all, you guys are being so upfront about the fact that we're not going to just take these two things and smash them together and be like, now they have sections of each.
Yeah,
It's going to be a new thing
Yeah.
that's a blend, like an evolution of these two things together, which I can't wait to see how that shakes out. But also, it's the same principle. It's taking these things that we all know and love that, I love that era of like LucasArts style, Monkey Island and all that.
Yep.
Like and shmups from back in the day, and it's gonna build on them with modern sensibilities, right? And take what these years of like experience.
We've learned a lot in
take it
game
somewhere.
making.
Yeah. And it's not to say anything about the games that Starr Mazer is, kind of drawing from.
No, I mean, I've actually publicly said on Starr Mazer TV, I've pointed out that those games suck. Here's the trick, though. They didn't suck. They didn't suck. They suck now.
They suck now.
In modern, yeah, honestly.
But they didn't suck then.
They didn't. Then they were groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, it's like a lot of things are like that. Like people...
It's not just games, man. Look at special effects. Look at... Things suck 10 years later. Everything sucks 10 years... Cars. The best car in the world 10 years ago was a piece of shit.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean...
mean, medicine back in the 1800s, like leeches and shit,
Sucked.
Revolutionary. Now, less than great.
Why would we
I
want a
don't
leech?
really want a sucker-mouthed creature like leeching my blood.
Yeah.
Away.
I'm just pointing out that back in the day they were innovative and they completely broke all the rules, and because the rules hadn't been established, or they'd been established in a way that it was not democratized and was not industrialized. Honestly, like there was a period when things got big. The adventure game industry kind of fell out below it because they kept repeating the same shit. You don't listen to me. You just read. I'm gonna just read.
Terminator 2. That's true.
Okay, the Army of None. You can
Terminator
find
2
edge
still
cases. You can
exists.
always find edge cases. Jurassic Park, Terminator 2. Those things
But-
are perfect.
They knew what they were working with, though.
Yeah.
They knew that this was still cutting-edge technology. I just read a thing about that with Jurassic Park, and they were aware, like, this is still new stuff, so we'd be really careful how we treat this so
Yeah.
it doesn't look like ass.
Yeah, and if you might not know this because all the hullabaloo was about the CGI in Jurassic Park, 90% of that's not CGI.
Yeah, it's crazy rubber puppets
Yeah.
and shit and
Yeah,
animatronics. Like,
the 90% of it that's not supports the 10% of it is looking great.
yeah.
Fool to Dream says, as a rule, I prefer practical effects to CGI. Fool to Dream, I'm a filmmaker. I disagree with you. I don't disagree that you believe or you feel.
I disagree that you feel
believe.
that
No,
way.
you feel the thing. But check it out. This is the truth. As a filmmaker, I recognize that both of those are tools that can be used incorrectly. That's like saying, I got a wall socket I need to unscrew. I prefer screwdrivers to shovels. Of course you do. It's fucking a shovel. But it totally depends. You can't. One is not meant to replace the other. Trying to pull a fucking wall socket off with a shovel is gonna suck every time. Trying to replace an entire like interactive creature with CGI is gonna suck.
It's gonna
suck
icky.
even if it's photorealistic. The acting's gonna be stilted. There's gonna be collision issues, all the other shit that comes with that. But because it's inappropriately used. Jurassic Park was a great example. I got a giant fucking dinosaur. Half the time that head's crushing that car,
It's just
there's a big head
Yeah.
crushing a car.
He might be referring to like using practical effects in their place where they belong, as opposed to some movies do what
Like
you just
replacing,
described.
yeah.
Some movies just use CGI for everything when they should use
They
practical
should,
effects
yeah,
for
exactly.
some stuff.
They-
And then
they-
it's awful.
They're two tools. If you have a house with a wall socket that needs to be replaced and a hole that needs to be dug outside, you need both of those things. The screwdriver is not going to dig the hole super well.
I too
Yeah.
prefer when they use real pizza, because
Yeah.
CGI pizza, I've never had a slice of it I've never had a slice of it because it's not animate.
Practical pizza is the best pizza.
Practical pizza is the
Yeah,
best.
you're
pizza.
so in love right now. She's loving Starr Mazer TV because there's always just a place for her in the middle, and she gets loved on by every guest.
There's a cat right behind this logo. Oh no, you guys can see her. Please
Yeah,
don't
she
mow
got a
me.
big
Please
enough
don't mow me.
buzz.
Please don't mow me.
Mycrotic says pizza time. Sorry, Mycrotic, we can't actually. Pizza just has been appearing. The actual pizza food has just randomly been appearing.
Yeah, we
so
have
that's
not
cool.
scheduled that.
No, we don't
You
schedule
guys
it. It
have
just comes up,
The generosity of the fan base,
which
for
is
someone is
super incredible.
yeah.
But we can't summon cheese pizza or cheese pizza without pizza. Darth Root Beer, this is Bitwise. 1/0 is her name. Bitwise. Lilo is floating around somewhere. She's just straight gray. She has no beautiful white belly. She's not a big tub
And
cat. That
Lilo
loves
is the
loves.
one that does lust for my blood.
She
right?
will. Well, she'll get pets from you, and then she'll attempt to murder.
Okay.
To everybody. It's not
That's
just
the
you.
experience I'm used to.
Yeah.
Again, viewers love cats. Have a history of being attacked by cats. Doesn't diminish my love for them, but man, it's not been great. It's not been great history.
Modern Nosferatu says CGI blood equals ugh. I miss Verhoeven squibs. Man, this Tuesday and Wednesday we're shooting a thing. It's all
You guys can-
squibs. It's the biggest squibs.
Are those as fun to play with as I think?
No, they're super painful and hard to use. That's why people do this CGI thing. They take a long time to set up, and they can get dangerous. I did a shoot once where we had. So I kind of went for Verhoeven with it a little bit. We had this kid running on a street, and he had to get shot in the shoulder. And I wanted to see blood project forward and project backward from the wound.
Sweet.
Which doesn't happen in real life, but it's a movie, so you
But
need to see that shit.
A lot of stuff in movies doesn't happen.
Yeah, right. So he's running, and we did it 2 times, and it was okay. There's a loud bang. I saw a little bit of flash and some of the blood. But he's running, so the blood has nothing to hit. So you need to fill the air with it.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, you can just CGI, and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is, I need you to fill it with the most you can put, the most gunpowder you can put legally.
I need you to blow his arm socket.
Legally, I need you to do this. So they did this whole thing, and it solved 2 problems. First off, when the kid got squibbed, there's a bit of a pause because he had to realize he was squibbed and then act like he was getting shot or whatever.
Yeah.
So they put a metal plate here, metal plate on the back, just loaded, it's thick ass metal plate, just gunpowder, just all the gunpowder, filled it with a fucking.
Mad safe.
No, but we had an armor. It was all legit.
Armorer.
Yeah, we could do all the shit.
Okay.
Like we could have hurt a kid.
Yeah.
But we didn't because we had all the precautions and all the people
Right
spent
on.
all the money. It sounds. I'm the director. I hire guys to do the cool shit.
Yeah.
They sign, release, everything happens. So to me, it's just like some dudes did a thing. But in reality, it was like we had a producer and all the other shit. So the kid's running, and it's like 3, 2, 1, bang, and just explosion.
Oh,
just
no.
fucking like a torrent of blood comes out the front. A torrent goes back and into the air, and the kid screams. Just, "Ah!" And he just goes flinging backwards through the air and falls and rolls. And
Did you get the shot?
we got the shot. We ran over to the kid, And then we check to see that he's okay. He's perfectly fine. He was just like, it was 10 times as big as the other things and scared the shit out of me. He wasn't hurt at all or whatever, but you could see the instant move of him. It was really neat. So if you tried to do CGI in that situation, he'd just go, oh, and then we do blood that goes nowhere, and that's the worst.
He would just make it sound like his allergies are really bad or something.
Yeah. So Fool to Dream, that was actually a plastic and plastic clay rubber head on a framework filled with viscera and shot from behind with a shotgun in a warehouse for scanners, and it's one of the best ever on film. So of course,
God, movies are cool.
Yeah. Cool. So what happens is when I go off on a rant like this, they tend to like chat about other things entirely.
Yeah.
They just like ignore me.
Everything justified this week? Like,
yeah. No.
This is obviously going nowhere. So.
Yeah. It's the worst. I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited to not be working for the few minutes that.
For the couple minutes that technically you are working, but this is
I
a
am
stream
working.
dedicated to this game.
Yeah. So what is our current status? Kazuo, can you bring up our current status? Can you refresh for me? Oh, 122, 138, guys. We're at 122, 138. So remember, at the end of next week, so starting tomorrow next week, we're going to be doing a 24-hour Starr Mazer TV show with all kinds of special guests, all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's going to be our final push. Darth Root Beer, try to think of random questions like, how does Brick get his hair like that? Pomade, space spray, eats lots of moon carrots. He actually does have a pomade that he has, and one of the storylines is about him running out of it. But there you go.
Are you for real on that? Please let that be real.
It's real.
Awesome.
He's got two consumables.
This game's got everything.
He's got smokes.
adventure. It's got roguish main characters.
Yeah.
It's got sort of like a Maybelline kind of through line of like maybe he's born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
No.
It's got everything.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a bamboo pomade that he bamboo doesn't exist anymore at this period of time. So
This guy wants to know if there's going to be rotoscoping.
the secret offender, there will be no rotoscoping in Starr Mazer the game, but I can tell you that Starr Mazer is not merely a game. That's as leaky as I can get about that.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. Darth Hoover asks, have we seen Space Dandy? I have not. I've been told that that Brick Stonewood is similar to the main character who might be the Space Dandy or whatever. Unfortunately, I have been told that he loves ramen, and I myself love ramen as well. But no, I have not seen Space Dandy, and I'm avoiding it until we get rolling on the game. What I don't want to do is accidentally have influence from something. A lot of people think it's really cool, but I don't. I want Starr Mazer to be Starr Mazer. I want Brick to be Brick. If Brick seems like another guy, that's cool. If not, that's.
But you're not like using some other character as a template.
No,
It's just
not
like,
at all.
this is
He is definitely a conjoined character or whatever, a character compiled from me growing up in the 80s and 90s and seeing like heroes, like TV heroes like the Silverhawks and like Thundercats or whatever, like those
Fucking
guys.
Thundercats,
man.
Thundercats Argo. I take that to heart.
Nice.
Did you smoke cool cigarettes, like cool space cigarettes back then?
No. Oh, those aren't space cigarettes, by the way. Those are Earth cigarettes that Brick has, and he has a limited resource of them, and it's actually a problem for him.
He's got to ration those out.
I'm going to say something, guys. I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but Starr Mazer has deep within it, deep, quietly whispering deep in the bowels of Starr Mazer is a anti-smoking message.
I thought you were going to say a pro.
No. No, I'm not.
It's just a whisper of, wouldn't it be cool if you smoked?
No, that's not a thing. No. Jackal Day says, I love Space Dandy. The whole thing is amazing. Well worth catching when done. I probably will. Space Dandy and the other one. What's the other one people always say? Cowboy Bebop. That's the thing I've not seen as well.
Have you never seen that?
Never seen it.
I can see the relationship. Again, you've made your own amazing thing.
Yeah.
But that is a fucking cool ass show.
I'll check it out.
I'm not even a big anime guy, to be honest, and like that show is rad, and the music alone is worth watching it for.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
the Secret Offense says convergent evolution of popular entertainment. That is true on purpose. And what's cool is if you look at all of our crossovers, as I said at the top of the show, those are intentional and all well thought out. But it is very much. Look, do you guys remember the original Fallout and Fallout 2?
Yeah.
Fucking the Terminator was in there. Like it was a cool thing. It was illegal.
Yeah.
They got into trouble. We're not doing that. We're pulling. I want you to have fun and have a certain experience. Some of it's deep, some of it's heavy, some of it's fucking fun, and some of it's got Shovel Knight in it. Like, I don't know what the problem is. It seems fine to me.
No, I think it's great. I can understand people's concerns that, like you mentioned before, that they might think it's a crass sort of like, oh, they're just jamming all these things together, but that's not what's happening. It's because everybody on the Starr Mazer team is part of this game because we think it's incredible, and every crossover that's happening is because we think that thing is also incredible, and that both things would benefit by being together. It's never just like well, this has a big fan base, so let's pull it. You know?
No, we've actually
not that at all, because
I was told not to say this. I'm gonna say it anyway.
As you look to make sure
I did.
if you're gonna get in trouble.
We've actually declined a couple of really, really high-profile crossovers that effectively came at us with, hey man, we're high profile, you look like eventually you might be high profile, let's cross the streams. And it was just like, no.
Especially if they phrased it as let's cross the streams.
No, that's what
we all know that.
I had one guy
not
ask
supposed to do
me,
that.
for some, I'm not going to name it, say, we'll pledge N amount to you if you pledge N amount back to me, the same amount, and it will pump each other's nuts. That was ridiculous. F no. How about t-shirt tier that got added? So Fuzzy's asked about the t-shirt. Did you guys know that we added a t-shirt tier last night? You should have checked the updates. You can buy your t-shirt now or some shit I can't fucking sing. I can't sing. But yeah, no, there's at the $100 tier you get a t-shirt. Every tier above $100 also gets a t-shirt. There's rumor that we might try to do an add-on, but I'm not sure how it works, so let's not bank on it. Darth Rubier asks, Ryan, how much music work have you done so far? I'm curious. Like, have you sketched out some themes or stuff? Or are you waiting until the fully funded market? Let's point out that your theme mix has gone live.
Yes.
So you can refer to that for sure.
Yes. So my remix of Alex Maurer's incredible main theme is
You
already
mean a
out.
theme mix?
Excuse me, my theme mix.
That's a word.
Of his theme.
It's a real word, though.
Yes.
It's a serious word for real.
It's a serious word for reals, and
Theme
I
mix.
did one of those
Say
already.
you did a what?
A theme mix.
Yeah. Why did you call it a theme mix?
Because it's a new interpretation of the main theme. I'm trying to describe the word theme mix without saying the word remix.
Right, you can't say remix because it's not. It's a theme mix.
Yeah.
Theme mix is a real
I
thing.
got that. The more you say it, the more it makes it true.
Good.
So I did a theme mix. It's called Cat Starry Don Mazer, because I'm so clever when it comes to titles. And you can check it out right now. I haven't done any work in terms of the main game yet. Not necessarily because I'm waiting for things to get funded, because this game's incredible and I want to start right now. But because I'm just kind of my own internal process. I like to have as much context about what scene I'm going to be writing for as possible, whether it's an entire game or whether it's an ensemble cast like this. So I really want to know, more about what setting, the team is eventually going to decide that they want me to be writing for. I want to know the characters, I want to know the context, I want to know all that stuff. And without that, it would be kind of like I'd be writing stuff that's in the vein of Starr Mazer, which seems really amazing to do, frankly, anyway. But I want to be able to kind of whittle it down and know what the context is first. So aside from the theme mix, nothing yet, but I can't wait to get started. So
Yeah.
please, God, help fund this thing so that I can do that.
Super fair. So in Frog Fresh Starr Mazer, will t-shirts be popular in the universe? T-shirts are universally popular, not as universally popular as pizza, but universally popular for sure. What is happening?
Yeah.
There's something going on below the camera. I think they're passing notes. Our show director just passed a note
Are you allowed to confiscate
via
that?
paper.
Read it aloud.
Can you read that to the whole class, please? This is insanity. How you get away with this? She crawled under the camera and threw an actual note, like in 7th grade. It doesn't have a checkbox like "Will you go out with me?" Yes. Is he the one you're having the date
Do
with
you
on
like
Saturday? Don't do this. I want to know. The public internet wants to know.
Do they still have sandwiches in the future?
Oh yeah.
It's not a future I would want to live in.
with no
if
sandwiches.
not.
Yeah, but pizza's still the most important thing.
Yeah. I mean, even in like a dystopian future, I would imagine.
Yeah, but just
that
shitty
you-
sandwiches.
Super
That's the
shitty.
dystopian part.
You take like nasty, like awful, like homemade naan, but not good naan. Like naan is amazing.
Right.
Shitty naan that you made out of like particle that you found, and then like ant meat, like radioactive ant meat in the middle,
Yeah.
and then like a particle board underneath. And
Like
that's
MDF, like medium density fiberboard.
that's your sandwich of the future.
Like chip
If
board.
it's a dystopian future, I'd still eat it. Sandwiches are
It's
great.
gonna be a sandwich. That's gotta exist.
Yeah. So
Do you want to watch this?
Let's do it.
oh, Yeah, so
It
kind
looks
of
like we're gonna do a thing.
relating to the question from before, what I've done for the game so far, I did do this themix, which I am assured is a word that's real.
It is real.
And I sort of based it on sort of in the Starr Mazer spirit, which blends two cool things together. I was like, what if I blended Starr Mazer with this other thing I
You
like?
weren't making any kind of statement as to Starr Mazer just like collecting everything, like music.
I only thought of that
crossovers.
later and then felt bad about it.
You
I just
should.
like me some Katamari Damacy.
I thought you were
wasn't trying to
making
make
a
an allegory
statement
like,
about
look at these assholes just rolling up everything. Like,
Yeah.
that person who sent you that comment before, but what's with all the crossovers?
Yeah.
That's me. I
That's
did
the
that.
worst. That's
Yeah,
the worst.
I did not do that.
We're gonna watch it. How's that sound on the stream? Is it good?
Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear it cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up.
I mean, I can dance here, but I'm no Jacob Cornell.
No, you don't have to like force it.
I'm no picture-in-picture kind of guy. Also, this looks like I'm playing a lot of weights. This
That's how you dance.
This is really what comes out. I was so proud of getting to this thing right here. I will be 101. You guys are filmmakers, you get it.
Yeah. It's a great song. I listened to it 30 times.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I had a lot of fun trying to translate Alex's original money into major music, which is really the trick of this whole thing. It's kind of all I did. And then somebody asked me if the na-na-nas are me or if they're sampled from actual and they're me, because I don't want us to get sued.
Yeah.
Fine, nice, fine, I guess. It's more like I don't want us to all get sued by
That'd be the
Checkbook
worst.
because I ripped something out of their song. So yeah.
Cool. So that was Ryan Ike's themix. Incredible as it is. So we have more questions,
Sorry.
it looks like. So let's pop over to them.
Oh, cool.
Whenever we do that, our center world gets distorted and I can't see
Yeah,
anything.
sorry. Where you're seeing the image in the middle of the screen, our view of you is blocked in that same capacity.
Oh my god, yes! I can't hear them, but I can hear enough of Don. This music is better. Thank you, the army of Don.
I picture Burke in his PJs sipping space fruit juice. I like that. I like that a lot. I also like everybody's propensity for sticking astro or space or lunar in the front of every item that would be in the Starr Mazer world.
Yeah.
I dig that a lot.
Yeah, space this,
Space
astro that,
this.
galactic,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's sweet. Because what's the point of living in space if you can't refer to everything as space whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Secret FN says, I wish my video card hadn't died the other day so I could watch this on something more powerful than a potato. We wish the same as well.
Yeah. I assume you're currently watching the stream from one of those like science kits where you plug the wires in a potato and you...
I would suggest lemons. They
conduct
go faster,
electricity.
but go for fewer
Yeah.
minutes.
So if you can hook up like a lemon rig out for the rest of this,
Yeah.
I assume it'll buffer a little cleaner.
So I am actually going to use the restroom.
Okay.
So Kaz is going to step up and ask you some questions while I go pee.
all right.
Horchata and surge and everything, guys.
Yeah, make sure we mention the beverages. I have like 3. Were all the guests treated so well? Because I have like 3 beverages right now.
Yes, just about every guest has gotten a surge.
Horchata, and I'm rocking green tea as well because I'm very cultured.
Yes, we recently actually just got the horchata, thanks to Fuzzy Ski, our friend who will be joining us on Friday.
Yes, he'll be here tomorrow.
Along with Akesh, which is super cool. So, you've done some musical work on other games like Gunpoint, and now that you're on board with Starr Mazer, we saw that awesome video that you made.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Now, how long does something like that take you to make?
The theme or the video, because the music took way less time because that's what I'm at least halfway okay. And then like making the stupid video of just dumb cuts of my workstation took like forever. I don't know what it's been like with me recently, but I finished the themix in about 5 hours probably, which if you aren't into doing music for games, at least for me, like that's really fast. Typically something that I'm one of those people, I spend too much time messing around with what instruments should I use and trying to tweak everything and make it perfect, and I'm trying to be better recently by just sort of stepping away.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was like, okay, hopefully this isn't, like flaming garbage, and I just sort of sent it in. I think a lot of creative people, you know, if there's any like in the stream, or I mean, you guys probably get this too all the time, where it's hard to walk away, right?
Yes.
You ever run into that, like where this could be, there's no ceiling on it, right? You know, so you have to just get to the point where it's like, look, I'm cool with just submitting this thing and then moving on. So that one usually took me about 5 hours, but normally something of that size takes me a lot longer because I spend way too much time like messing around with it, tweaking everything.
Tweaking and getting it all perfect, exactly the way you want it to sound. Jackalope Dave, where did piss off come from in the trailer? Or is it just a common swear in America too, as I think of it being a very English thing? I think we say piss off here in America.
We do. I think it's more of an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a New Yorker thing to say piss off. That was my East Coast. What do you think? Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't
right,
know. I've
viewers?
never been there, East Coast.
So then, as far as you know, that was perfect.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Awesome. We across the pond. I guess I don't know where that viewer is writing from, but I'm gonna assume from England. Like, no, we say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say that because it's uncouth and rude,
Quite
and
rude.
I've never said anything even
It might
approaching a
devolve-
swear word in my life.
It might devolve into fisticuffs at that point.
I like fisticuffs a lot better than I like fisticuffs. Like that sounds like a cute, like fisticuffs, like an adorable version.
So Jackalope Dave is from
He's
the UK. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So we do say that over here. It's considered more kind of like gutter talk, I guess.
Mhm.
It's not the type of crowd that would slap each other with like a velvet glove and then initiate a duel. It's
Oh.
more like people who are probably drunk would say that.
Fisticuffs?
Piss off.
Piss off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
He's asking about piss off being in the trailer.
Hmm. Yeah.
He is from the UK and wasn't sure if that was an American expression or not.
It's more like fuck off, but we didn't want to say fuck off in the trailer.
I was
Okay.
way more concise than all that shit
Yeah.
that I was just saying. So there it is. There it is, viewer.
So perhaps you can confirm for the Army of None, but he asked me whether or not Surge is going to be in the game.
I don't think we are able to license Surge. It would cost money and time. I don't know. Let's see. If all of a sudden we get like $2 million by the end of the thing, I'm sure Surge is like a
You
possibility.
really should. You missed an opportunity by not making that a stretch goal, I feel.
Who says it's not? If you look at our stretch goal list, it goes off into question marks. What if Surge is on there?
Question marks can be anything.
We just need to smash the shit out of our console stretch goals, so you guys can have the console version of this game. Once we do that, we can reveal the other stretch goals.
Yeah. The question marks
Surge
could
might be on
refer
there.
to the question marks that I see on the side of the can,
Mhm.
where the ingredients list should be. So that could be like a subtle nod. We don't know.
GHB.
PHP.
Mostly.
Letters.
Yeah.
Various chemicals.
The Army of None says surges of power, surges of drink suddenly. We can be subtle.
You can.
Sure. So Darth Rupert is from Boston.
Oh, cool. So he knows how great my East Coast accent was.
Are you from Boston?
No. I'm from the Midwest, which is about...
Did you do one? Is that the thing? As you started? How did it sound?
I did one. I said piss off.
Piss off. I don't
Which
know.
isn't enough real estate to do a Boston accent.
I think.
Also, I was trying to do New York at the time, but apparently they're interchangeable.
I think you have to say mother.
Me?
You have to do the Marky Wahlberg mother. Like fuck your mother.
That's real good stuff.
Hey buddy, fuck your mother. the
That's
thing.
right.
Like, yeah.
Worcester. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Basically, I want Darth Vader to just. I wish he was in the area because I'm not making fun of you. I love that accent so much, and if you really talk like that, I want to meet you and just have you like tell me a story
For hours.
For hours.
Mother.
It's not even like I'm trying to make fun of you. I love that fucking. I like collect accents, and that one is one of my favorites because I can't approach doing it, and it's so great.
Yeah.
Like to me, the Boston area is a magic like Disneyland style utopia that people just walk around talking like that all day. Like how great is that?
Okay, so Darth Rupert says, I just want to say I love the mouth/head animation in the trailer. Very LucasArts. Thank you. It's not merely in the trailer. If you look at any of our GIFs that we've got people working on, or like people talking to each other in, you'll see that we maintain that. So yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Fuzzy Ski says, call him on Skype. That sounds like good. You guys should set up a thing. Don't talk like that, but I can. But he doesn't talk like that, but he can fake it, and he has friends that do, dude. That's legit.
Yeah.
So get your friend to call to write down right here. Is it right? Yeah. To tweet Ryan Ike.
Yes, please. I've like set up like a Fiverr account or something.
Yeah.
Like I'll send you $5 to like read the phone book to me.
It's the best.
Like, are you kidding? That's easy money. You may have to spot me the $5, but I'm good for it eventually. I swear.
So it is 5:30, guys. What we're probably going to do is take a 15-minute break and reconfigure the system so we can play Lords of Thunder together. We have the goal of trying to beat it in an hour and a half. We can do it.
Gonna be a shit show
We
because
can do
I
it.
love that game and I'm really bad at
really
shmups.
bad at it.
I'm so bad at it. I'm mainly in it for the soundtrack. It's metal as shit.
It's
There's
metal
gonna be
as
plenty
shit.
of opportunities to
So
throw the
good.
coins out,
Right.
not inward.
No, don't show.
Okay.
Throw. No showing.
Forward, not
Throwing.
upward.
Right.
Always twirling towards freedom. That's a
So,
different thing.
15-minute break, guys, and we'll be back at 5:45 Pacific Standard.
See you then.
See you guys then.